got 130 odd tuning in now, so hit that like button if you can, guys. As always, if you hit the like button or when you leave a comment in the description of the videos, it puts them higher in YouTube's search algorithm. So the other day when we do VChain or Wabi, for example, if people haven't liked or commented on it, it doesn't actually appear when people search for those videos on YouTube. So thanks to everyone that goes to that effort for us. So righto, just before we jump into it, I just want to mention quickly that thanks to the moderators who are doing a great job on these groups. So you guys know that I've been in Crypto Australia since it's been 200 people back in July, and when I joined it, they made me a moderator. But Crypto Coin Traders just passed 100,000 people, and I spoke to Joe Blackburn this morning. He's an absolute legend, so it was good to finally chat with him. Not quite face to face, but as close as you can get these days in the digital age. And Crypto for Blokes, another good one out there that's, nearly 30,000 members. So these groups are just growing and growing. People moderate these and admin these, for free, guys. So you've got to remember, no one's perfect. You can never please everyone. There's some degree of, moderating and what posts get through and what comments and who gets booted. And it's hard work, guys. So you've got to remember, when you're dealing with thousands of people, these guys do a really good job. So it's great to see that there's some fantastic groups out there that are just growing in number, and it just shows you how much crypto is growing. And guys, if you need to get in touch with me for business or personal inquiries, I've got this free Facebook page. So not a group or anything, just a page, Nuggets News. Myself or my team will always get back to you within 24 hours. So hit that up, and make sure you follow me on Twitter, guys, because I do tweet news that I think is relevant. It's not always worthy of making a video, but there's always these good news that stories that come out or stuff like this. So, in Australia, they rushed to get out this Pay ID instant settlement solution. And already there's been some issues with people punching in random numbers, Pay IDs, and getting out people's personal details. So this girl here, Sarah, and her phone number, anyone can get hold of that by punching in numbers. So not great. They've had to go back to the drawing board and fix those issues, iron out those bugs. A big influencer and YouTuber in Poland was paid by the banks to slander cryptocurrency. And in Australia, the ACCC has announced it's going to crack down on this anti-competitive behaviour by the banks. So, it's all coming. It's all great stuff for crypto, and the banks need to get themselves in order, because at the moment, crypto is a far better solution. It's light years ahead. Good to see one of the Australian exchanges getting the official certification with all the new regulations coming out of Australia. All the other exchanges will follow, I'm sure. We want that regulation. We can work within it. Hopefully that's another reason that we can easily get money flowing in and out of exchanges. I'm going to be talking about another great option for in Australia for those that want to get large amounts of money in and out of the markets as well. Just giving you more and more options in the world of crypto. You can never have too many options if it's a weekend or if you've hit your limit and all those things. You can't get verified. So another thing I just want to mention here, guys, Nuggets News Podcast on iTunes. I'll make all my videos will be free as always, guys. It's available on Android as well. Just search for Nuggets News Podcast and whatever your favorite Android podcast app is or platform, it should be on there, guys. So that's that. Let's dive in and check out this website. Someone's just saying the total prediction of my prediction of the total market cap. So I might talk about where this is all going as well, guys. So this website here, onchainfx.com, it's got a few extra options here, and columns and data you can pull out. It's got assets and categories, so you can, I'll just open that up quickly. So you can sort coins by, which ones are just currencies versus platforms, utility tokens, brand tokens, security tokens, which obviously not many are at the moment, even though people are arguing that more tokens should be registered as securities and so forth. But at the moment, let's have a look at these. And I want to work my way down the list and just give you a market update on where I see each of these sort of top 20 or so coins. But just keep an eye on this column here. So percentage that they're down from their all-time high. And this is what's interesting. So Bitcoin 42%, still down from those all-time highs. It's been very strong, especially as we speak. We just broke that longer-term downtrend on the charts today, which is great to see. But Ethereum, has held up a bit better, as has sort of Litecoin and a few of the other coins, such as Ripple. What do we got here? Cardano. There's a few that are still down, 75%, 76% here for some other coins. So 83% there for Tron. So yes, guys, I'll mention Tron now. It's certainly
some of the coins that get ahead of themselves, and I certainly felt that Tron was one that got hyped far too much for its current state of development, and it was down over 95% from its all-time high. They're the coins you hear me say the rubber hits the road. If sentiment gets bad, those things fall back on what their intrinsic value is and who's currently using them. And unfortunately, some of these coins that have had exponential runs don't yet have a lot of real world use case. It's all speculation on the future and what they may do. So those coins had a bit of a reality check. So Bitcoin, I did a video the other day about why I'm so bullish on the big three, and don't write off Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. So I've spoken about them. You guys know my personal thoughts that Ripple's yet to prove to me why XRP token has any intrinsic value. And personally, I still I can't see why it deserves a $45 billion market cap for that XRP token. That's just me personally. Maybe I'm completely wrong, okay, guys? What have I got on the list? So Bitcoin Cash, I know another one that's very controversial. It depends on the community, whether or not they can grow that community, grow the use case, get real world deals. But at the moment, to be honest, a lot of people are pretty happy with how the Bitcoin network's chugging along. Yes, fees are lower, but in the real world scheme of things, are they that much lower that everyone's desperately, begging for a real world solution with all these other coins that are available? Most people are using Ethereum and Litecoin for transactions. I spoke about how Litecoin's going to reduce their fees by a factor of 100, and that's Bitcoin Cash is arguing that that's its point of difference, cheap fees. Then there's plenty of other options I see. So I'm sorry, I know that I always offend Ripple holders, but I just don't see a real intrinsic value for that XRP token. Cardano, a very exciting project that I might do a full fundamental analysis on, guys, and let me know in the comments whether you prefer my fundamental analysis style videos, if you want me to get on the developers and the founders and interview them and ask those questions, or if you do like those fundamental analysis style videos that I do. So at the moment, Cardano is a 2-layer sort of project, and yes, they have that first layer, which is just the means to transact value and send each other ADA tokens between wallet and whatnot, but we're waiting to see what the actual real product looks like. So there's some very smart people working on this. It's got some big promises, but again, I'm waiting to see what the mainnet, the real product looks like when they roll it out. So Neo, I've got my Neo shirt on today, guys. I really like this project, and I think this is going to have big growth this year. Now, there's a couple of things we're waiting to see. We're waiting to see if it actually gets some sort of big tick of approval and partnership from the Chinese government. An official backing, or if something was to happen along the lines of, every ICO in China has to list on Neo. In that case, I see that really going to, $500 or $1,000 at the end of the year would be a possibility. As Henry just walks by in the background there, guys. I think Neo can be huge if they get that official government support. Now, if it doesn't, it can certainly still, tick higher as the community grows and more projects launch on it. But for me, that would be, the ultimate goal for 2018 for Neo to really get some clear guidance from the Chinese government that either they're not going to make it illegal and, ban Neo or anything like that, or how they can work it, and just to ensure its longevity in its future. Stellar Lumens, again, they're trying to do those financial services, change the way we do banking, micro payments. It's a bit like Ripple in some ways. You guys know that it's a hard fork. They've got to pen real world deals and get people using that the Lumens token. That's what it comes down to, whether or not they can really get people using that platform versus all the other sort of payment options we have and all those other, more exchanges on the way, decentralized exchanges, the payment cards. We're waiting to see 10x and Monaco and all those roll out their cards. So there's going to be so many ways for us to use, pay, spend, take out loans in the future. It's whoever captures the most, market share will come from all these deals in the real world. So EOS, I've spoken a little bit about how I'm not a huge fan of having a year-long ICO that raises billions and billions of dollars. Yes, initial investors have done well, and I did make a couple of trades early on when EOS was down at 50 cents. I did ride it a little bit higher. It's another one again where I don't really have an opinion on EOS yet, because we're waiting to see what the mainnet looks like and if it is capable of doing all these sort of third generation blockchain things that that people are talking about. So the jury's still out on what EOS was do. There's been some exciting talk about, every ICO on EOS will be funded by the war chest of, money and Ethereum they've raised over this year-long period. All EOS token holders, maybe they all get dropped, these ICO tokens. We're waiting to see how this all plays out. So it's certainly an exciting project that's promising some big things. Let's see if they can deliver, I guess. Dash, big year for Dash with rolling out Dash Evolution, and they're marketing themselves as digital cash, mum and dad friendly. Let's see the websites, the wallets, the interfaces they build, if they can really position themselves for mass adoption. They've got a huge community out there, and just don't write off those projects that have that big community support, gaining traction, the rubber hitting the road in the real world. IOTA, it's had some exciting announcements again lately. Again, it's still in that sort of not quite testnet phase, but it's got the the trusted nodes it's relying on. We haven't released this into the wild and see if we can just, all these transactions can confirm each other, at scale. And that's what, again, I keep mentioning these projects that are exciting potential, but we're waiting to see if they can pull off what they're saying that they can do. So using that DAG, directed acyclical graph technology rather than blockchain, and another exciting project. Monero, privacy coin. I guess my view on privacy coins is similar for all of them. It comes down to who's using them on what sites and the community. And PivX is another one I really like. Zcash is one I really like. Verge has had an enormous run. It's certainly been pumped a little bit along the way. Why use one privacy coin over another? It's personal preference, and that's what, as long as those communities grows and people want some degree of privacy, the coins will grow. So Ethereum's talking about implementing privacy features in the next hard fork as well, so maybe that's competition for these coins, but I certainly think those coins have got strong communities and people aren't going to stop using them per se. So NEM, I really like this project. We're waiting for the Catapult upgrade, and it's meant to have occurred by now. They keep pushing it back. Yes, it's frustrating for NEM holders. You guys know that I hold NEM personally. There's talk of more ICOs launching in the future, mosaics, tokenizing things on the NEM blockchain. It's an enterprise grade blockchain. I want them to pen deals throughout Asia and all that sort of thing moving forward. So Ethereum Classic, not a big fan of this one. I just don't really see, people aren't out there going, oh my God, Ethereum's got so much, scaling issues ahead of it, or this, that, or the other. Ethereum is almost the project with the most developers working on it. Thousands of projects on Ethereum. I wouldn't be able to name you one project that's launching on Ethereum Classic because there's an issue with Ethereum. I just don't really see how this can justify a $4 billion market cap. I mean, why? Who would be using Ethereum, and when Ethereum hard forks in the future and all these upgrades, I just don't really see the use case for Ethereum and Classic. But that's just me personally. Maybe you guys can comment and let me know projects that are launching on Ethereum Classic and why you believe it has its place there so high in the market cap list here. So Tron I already spoke about. VeChain I covered the other day. Really exciting. I'm looking forward to this rebrand, Feb 26. Speaking of rebrands, Lisk is having that big announcement tonight about rebranding. I think it's in another hour or so. I think I saw 8:30, whether or not that's Australian time or might be later today, but that's one that all you Lisk holders have been waiting for. I've done fundamental analysis on this coin, another professional business grade sort of blockchain that I really like. It's going to keep doing its thing in the background and chugging along nicely, I think. So Qtum's another interesting one. I haven't done a full fundamental analysis on this one yet, but again, they're going for that business style blockchain. So trying to build real world solutions, build these ecosystems so all different businesses can talk to each other. Again, I don't like to give my full opinion because I haven't done a full analysis on it, but this one's seen a huge run up in price, as I said before. Now they've got this technology, let's see it roll out. They're a mix of the best parts of Bitcoin and the best parts of Ethereum. That's kind of how they've marketed themselves. Can they form those business relationships? Can they prove that they can function well at scale? All those usual things we look for. Bitcoin Gold, I am surprised that this one's so high up the market cap. And to be honest, guys, I think it's because a lot of the big Bitcoin holders haven't really claimed their Bitcoin Gold yet. And maybe if they did, if there was an easy wallet for everyone to claim all these hard forks from, I think, to be honest, a lot of people would sell, and it might push down the price of, the Bitcoin Gold, the Bitcoin Diamond. Now, they certainly do have a bit of a community. I mean, that 24-hour volume isn't tiny, sitting at around 60 million there, but it's certainly not as high as some of these other projects that have, value being transferred around on them. So yes, there's going to be more hard forks of Bitcoin in the future. Is anyone really saying, oh, we need Bitcoin Gold, and there's plenty of other GPU mineable cryptocurrencies and that sort of thing. So Amisi Go, I think this one is just the most undervalued coin in the top 20, guys. It's under $2 billion market cap. It has real world partnerships. It's Vitalik Buterin's favorite coin. Look at the coins that are above it in the list that haven't really done anything yet this coin has already achieved so much, and the value is so low. So you guys know that my price target for this one is over $50 if it can continue its roadmap and tick its goals, and I think it is really undervalued here considering its current state of development and the things it's got on the map this year. So Icon, one that you guys love. It's had an extremely good run price wise. It has pulled back a lot like everything. I might cover this one in the future with a full fundamental analysis. I've touched on those privacy coins. I don't know a lot about Bitcoin, to be honest, and again, it just doesn't have much volume being transacted on it. Steemit, I've started posting a lot there more often. Nano rebranding of Ray blocks. Again, it's interesting, all these different technologies, but we're waiting to see how they scale. Binance is probably the last one I'll talk about, and it's great to see more and more options. So if exchanges have competition, they're going to make better user interfaces. So these coins, KuCoin, Binance Coin, that reward the token holders for fees and stuff, I really like that model and getting people involved. So that's probably it for me, guys, from what I wanted to quickly roll over. So I'm happy to take some questions now. And a lot of the coins that, yes, people are pointing out that I did sort of mention QuantStamp and that in my top 10 underrated coins for the year. A lot of those pulled back to their price around time of recording. So this pullback has given you a good opportunity to reshuffle your portfolio and get coins that you're happy with. And I know sometimes it's frustrating. You feel like, oh, you missed it because you didn't pick the exact bottom, but you've just got to, if you find a good coin, the other day I researched VeChain. Did I get in on the bottom? Absolutely not. But if I find a good coin and it hasn't been pumped recently, I'm happy to add it to my portfolio. And I've added that coin in the $5 range the other day when I was researching it and whatever. And sometimes you just got to bite the bullet. It's already up 20%. So find good coins. As long as you're not buying on hype and FOMO or whatever, add them to your portfolio. It's a good feeling when you reshuffle your portfolio and you've really got, I think I've got 20 odd coins now that I'm really happy with. So as I said, there's a number of exchanges in Australia, and I want to talk in the future about more options to get large amounts in and out. I'm just finalising a deal and a bit of a discount for you guys. But basically, there's going to be more ways to pick up the phone and sell, because a lot of you are facing those, $5,000 limit or $10,000 a day limit on different exchanges. So the more options, the better. You guys know that I get on well and I like all the exchanges in Australia, but you can never have too many options. Is Funfair project restricted to Ethereum? Fun or can be implemented on different platforms. So we're starting to see a few projects launch the same token on different platforms, which is pretty exciting to see. But Funfair is only on Ethereum, as I know. I like Nexus. I've covered that. Guys, Ozcoin's been a pretty topical subject in Australia. A number of people have spoken about it. I'll address that issue sometime this week, but for this video, I want to just talk about the top 20 for now.
Upcoming ICOs I'm interested in. It's getting harder and harder. Personally, unless things, people are putting projects under my nose saying you have to look at this, you have to look at this. I'm in the process now where I'm helping and advising a lot of little Australian ICOs and trying to push them in the right direction. And what I've found is there's some great ideas, but they're just lacking a bit of the blockchain knowledge. How do we apply the blockchain and make best use of our idea with our technology? So I think Horizon State, another one of my favorites, is being listed on some big exchanges in the next couple of weeks as well. Good coins get listed on bigger exchanges as they gain traction and gain 24-hour trading volume, all that sort of thing. So I've spoken about Enigma Catalyst. I really like that one. Are you worried about Tether issue? So Tether, I think Tether's technically in the top 20 if we go over to CoinMarketCap, and I'm not really fussed about those issues, but the fact is that there's better solutions on the way. So I've spoken about Make It Die, the DAI stablecoin, a number of times. There's an Australian project called Haven that are producing their own stablecoin as well. A lot of coins now pricing in other coins, so pricing in Ethereum-based pairs or Binance-based pairs. So there's more and more options. So I think Tether will become less and less relevant, and even though I actually think that they have the money in the bank and it is backed, but I think its use is going to decline. What's happening to Etherparty? I'm not sure what is happening to Etherparty. Sometimes people comment the sky's falling and nothing's wrong at all. So Etherparty's up 16% today, like a lot of small cap coins. So I'm not sure what that question's about. Asset germination for Power Ledger. That's definitely in the pipeline for this year. Again, that just takes that project to a whole new level. So many people that are invested in Power Ledger aren't aware what asset germination is. Crowdfunding of renewable energy projects. That's going to be the sort of thing that makes news and real world companies that want to make a difference, and there's plenty of that, plenty of money wanting to flood into that renewable energy space. We know that we need to change the way we do things on the planet. Power Ledger's got so much attention it's going to capture this year, I think. Telegram having a massive ICO, guys. It's great. Maybe it's going to be a winner. Maybe everyone uses Telegram in the future, but do I want to be getting in on a $2 billion ICO? I see it very hard to deliver, for that to deliver 10x, it's got to become a $20 billion project. And who knows, maybe it does do that, but I think there's better value and better ICOs out there than going in on a $2 billion Telegram ICO. So yeah, I'll continue to do talks across Australia, guys. Most undervalued in the top 20, I probably think is OMG at the moment. Again, that's just my opinion, not financial advice. New website will be ready hopefully by the end of March, guys. With plenty more features and getting plenty more people involved in that crypto academy that I don't really like to advertise or talk about too much. I do plenty of stuff for free, guys. I'll continue to do heaps for free. So My Ether Wallet's an interesting one. So there's been, my crypto, I believe it's now called, or My Ether Wallet and My Crypto both exist. To be honest, I think both of them are safe to use. Yes, it's not ideal when people fall out and programmers have this falling out. Do I think that you're going to get hacked using either of them or use your funds? Probably not, guys. They're just an interface to access the Ethereum blockchain. Watch my Ether Wallet tutorial if you want. Too many people still think that they're using a wallet or that their coins are stored in the My Ether Wallet. It's just an interface for you to interact with the blockchain. So watch my Ether Wallet tutorial if you haven't already. Komodo, again, another privacy-based coin. I sort of touched on those in my thoughts in general on those. But Litecoin, Litecoin lagged a bit today and then jumped and caught up. So it's not unfamiliar to see these day traders jump in one coin. Ethereum and Bitcoin were running and Litecoin was pretty stagnant, and then it's the traders that push it higher.
Raider Network, I'm really excited about all these second layer solutions for all the different coins. I'm excited for Lightning on Bitcoin. I'm excited for Raiden, Trinity on Neo. All these second layer solutions are going to enable cryptocurrencies to be used by millions of people. Total market cap at the end of the year, I would not be surprised to see it getting up towards the dot-com bubble style numbers if we have a huge run, which would put us somewhere between 4 trillion and 8 trillion dollars of total market cap, which would mean that a lot of coins do another 10x from here. The good coins can do might do 100x. There's still going to be those coins that do that if the institutional money flows into this space. Okay guys, that's the best case scenario. That's the very best case scenario. We could have a sideways market. We could have a slow grind higher. But we don't know. The crypto space is so exciting that it tends to move these sharp moves rather than anything slow. So Golem, I still like Golem. I still like INS World for long term. I've already spoke about Tron. Yeah, like I just mentioned, a lot of those coins and the special mentions I gave, Power Ledger and that, Power Ledger was back down around 50 cents US. I think it's already back over $1. So good coins bounce back hard, okay, and they're going to outperform to the upside. People are still asking me to talk about Tron, guys. I think if people are telling you to buy Tron, ask them what they like about Tron and what Tron actually does, and very few people can actually explain to you what Tron does, and that's what worries me when people don't know what they've invested in. Singularity Net, certainly one that's very exciting and probably a long way off the roadmap. They need to make those deals and give us some development and updates. So that's probably it for tonight, guys. It's been great hanging out. Thanks everyone that supported the channel, hitting those like buttons, comments. Let me know what videos you want me to do in the future. Thanks for everyone that supported the channel. I can't believe how much we've grown, guys. On the road to passing 30,000 subscribers on YouTube and 10,000 on Twitter. It's just crazy to think this is all only sort of 7 months old. So absolute legends out there, everyone that's followed the channel. I look forward to meeting more of you in person as we tour around the country, probably again, in the coming weeks and months. We want to go overseas. We're going to go to conferences and stuff this year. Looking forward to meeting you, in America, Europe, and those other countries that we travel to. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll talk to you again soon. Legends.